Hello and welcome to Tarot Your Truth with me, Jade. Thank you so much for coming to visit me with me today. I just received this past week, or purchased this past week, 2 decks that I purchased off a new tarot friend on Facebook. And I really wanted to show them off. I haven't really had a chance to look through them in detail yet. So the first thing I like to do is to go through each of the cards and really look at them. So I thought I would take the opportunity to film it. I haven't seen too many walkthroughs, or actually I haven't seen any walkthroughs yet of this one, which is the Revelations Tarot. And this one is the Santa Muerte Tarot. And I'll talk about those are the 2 used decks that I just obtained. But then I still have this one here, which I still have packaged up. And it is the Herb Crafter's Tarot, which I love. I have seen a few unboxings, and this one was so different that I really did need to hit that buy now button. Actually, I did hit the buy now button on the pre-order. Anyway, so I thought I would do that with you guys. Let me know if you have any questions or anything, or if you'd like to see something in particular. I won't go through these in a huge amount of detail, but I'm just so looking forward to these. So this one here is, as I said, the Revelations Tarot. And I'm gonna see if I can zoom in just a little bit here. Okay. All right. There we go. This one here actually will probably be for my well, not probably, it will be for my daughter. She is starting to get into tarot as well. I had passed on the Nova Tarot to her, which is a very, very, very cute little deck that I just didn't get along with the first time that I started to learn tarot. But it was something that I wanted to be able to share with her, sort of the tarot journey in general. And I thought that would be fantastic for her. She does love comics and loves this type of art style, so this one will more than likely be gifted to her within, I'm thinking probably I'll wait until her birthday in a couple of months, but in the meantime I get to enjoy the artwork. The backs are fairly plain. Actually, that little glyph focus. There we go. I thought it was really cool. It kind of reminds me of, let's see, do I have it here? No, it kind of reminds me of one of the Thoth cards. This is not going to focus, is it? There we go. With the whole back does with that 8 figure. Anyway, okay, so I'm just gonna flip through these one at a time, and hope you like them. I may be oohing and eyeing. I just noticed there's a baby in here. Maybe it's a flower, a lotus flower, maybe. Very, very cool. The Magician. Oh, that's upside down. The High Priestess. The Empress. The Emperor. The story of this deck actually was really interesting to me. And that is that the creator, and I'm sorry, I cannot recall his name right now. I'm drawing a total blank. couldn't find, was looking for a tarot deck, and he could not find one that he liked, or that really, not that he didn't like, he couldn't find one that really spoke to him. And so he decided, hey, what the heck, I will create my own. I think that's absolutely fantastic. And one of the very unique things about this, and I'll pause here, is that this is the card upright. And the way you read these cards, 99% of them, is you're actually just reading, if you read upright only, then it's fine. You only read from halfway up the card up. If you read reversals, then something I really like and find interesting is that there's no need to, especially if you read intuitively, there's no need to go looking for any other meanings. You can just, again, read from the center up. So each image really is complete. Now this one, the Hangman, is actually the only one that you read backwards. So if you're reading the upright meaning, then you would read from the center down, right? Because otherwise, if you read it center up, as per the other ones, that he's not hanging, he's right side up. So here he is, upright. And let's flip the card around. So the card in reverse, if you read reversals, which I don't, but I might actually with this card, because I can read them a little bit more intuitively, since they do have whole complete images in this position. So here he hit, pardon me, here he is in the reverse position. So you can really, I'm sorry, that's the reverse position. See, I'm getting confused now. And that's really quite different. I find that so, wow, I just find that so not just so creative, but I can't even imagine how much work went into, this is essentially two tarot decks, right? So death is another interesting one. So if you read it, let's see if I could do this. Right side up. Right, there he is. Or she or it. Focus. There we go. I'm not sure who this is. I really need to look at the book meanings. I haven't had a chance to do that. Oh, that's really cool. I just noticed that there's a skull. But if you read it in reverse, it's a baby. So birth and death. Okay, so I'll just flip through. Let's see here. Focus guy. Temperance. The Devil, the Tower, the Star, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, the World, the Ace of Wands. Very cool. Two of Wands. Wow, that's awesome. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Sorry, my fingers are just not wanting to work today. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Page of Wands. The Knight. Queen. Oh, wow. Just looking at that in reverse as well. The King of Wands. Then we get to the swords. We have the Ace. Oh, wow, this is a really cool Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. That really gives me the shivers. The Five of Swords. Yikes. The Six of Swords. The Seven of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Wow. Now, doesn't that just completely exemplify the meaning of that card? It does for me, both in the upright and in the reversed position. She's really freeing herself, taking her, taking the blindfold words today, blindfold off and freeing herself, seeing things how they really are. The Nine of Swords. Wow. The 10. The Page. The Knight. The Queen. That's a cool queen. The King of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. I like that card. The Two of Pentacles. The Three. The Four. The Five. 6. I'm going to need to really take some time to study this deck before I give it to my daughter. I just, wow, they just put so much of the symbolism. I absolutely am so amazed and inspired by the creativity of people. Wow, they have put so much effort and amazing work into creating these 78 pieces of art that speaks to him, and clearly it speaks to a lot of other people. This isn't necessarily my style of artwork, but I can certainly see myself being able to read with this, no problem. I'm a little bit fascinated by it, actually. Okay, we come to the cup suit. Pardon me. The Ace. That Two of Cups. Check it out. In the upright position, love, union, togetherness, focus, there we go, and reversed, or the opposite meaning. The cup is empty. Look at their expressions on their faces. The Three, joyous expressions. The Four, the Five, Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, Page, the Knight, how this suit is all water-based. Okay, and then they provide a couple of spreads, the 7-day spread and the horoscope spread. So that is the Revelations Tarot. And some people like to talk about the cardstock. I don't know enough about cardstock to really talk about it. I do think it's a little, people might think that it's a little bit on the thin side, but I'm okay. It's definitely, this is my Teramuha, and I do, when I compare them, I do find the Revelations Tarot a little thinner. But as I said, it doesn't really bother me. I think that tarot decks are meant to be used, and you know, it is a mass market deck, so it's not the end of the world if it wears out and I need to buy another one for myself or for my daughter. Okay, the next one I'm really looking forward to. Just put this over. Let's see here, make sure that's in frame. Okay, this is the Santa Muerte Tarot. I adore these bags. Can I tell you how much I love these bags? Oh, if I could get this even on other decks, I would buy them, no problem. Now this cardstock is definitely, seems to be thicker than the Revelations Tarot. It's not as bendy, which I guess that speaks to its durability maybe. I don't know, I really don't know enough. It comes in a box like this with the top, and this one, I don't know, I haven't made a bag for it or anything just yet, a pouch, although I have made quite a few. I've made a few bags as well, which I'll have to show in another video, drawstring pouches, but in any case, let's flip through this. The Fool, the Magician, High Priestess, the Empress. Wow, oh my gosh, I love these so much. The Emperor. He almost looks like he has a peg leg there. I am going to have to flip through these in much more detail and journal with them. Oh my God, I love these so much. Now, I am not, you know, this isn't my background, but it is similar in a lot of respects. So, you know, this is the Santa Muerte deck, and actually there's a picture of her right there. Focus. There we go. Oh my gosh, the Wheel of Fortune. There's two of her there. Justice. Oh, the Grim Reaper. Amazing. The Hanged Man. Sorry. Oh, there she is, Santa Muerte. Temperance. Love that. Now, as I said, I was saying this isn't this isn't my background. However, there are a lot of similarities. I grew up in Italy, and you know, so there's around the time of Halloween. So you hear along with this. Sorry, I'm not being very. My words aren't working so well today. Sorry, I do have a migraine. But I really wanted to go through these. Anyway, I grew up in Italy for a number of years in my childhood, and around, so everyone knows Halloween or Samhain, whatever your path calls October 31st, or around that time. I know that for some people the day can change a little bit. And in Italy, November 1st, so there is Halloween, and it tends to be more of a somber time. I think it is changing now, but when I was growing up, we didn't have the Halloween parties or the dressing up on October 31st. That wasn't the day. Actually, there's Carnevale, which is, oh my gosh, in February, I think. It's been quite a lot of years since I've looked at that. But November 1st, we're into the wands now, by the way. November 1st is the Day of the Dead. It's the day of honoring the dead in Italy. And I don't know if they still do this, but when I was growing up, that was a very, very serious and, oh my gosh, look at that. That was a very serious and joyful day. That was the day when there would be processions through the streets. You know, it was a very religious day. And a day for honoring your loved ones. So there would be processions. People would go and honor their loved ones who have passed. Freshen up the grave sites, add flowers and whatnot, and it was just a lovely day. So some of these images really do speak to me of that time, and actually I really love it. I've always been fascinated with this aspect of the path. So here's the Pentacles. Oh my goodness, look at that little grasshopper. Wow. There you go. That's cool. The pictures on the skulls form a butterfly, which I recently learned is a symbol for transformation. The Three of Pentacles, planting. Wow. Oh my goodness. How scary is that? I tried to remember, oh my goodness, I love all the lore, and I'm just struggling right now to remember. Sorry, my head hurts. I'm trying to remember her name. I can't. I do remember her story though. The Pentacles, the clock. The Seven of Pentacles. I do really like. I really enjoy how, you know, they have this suit name at the bottom, so there's no confusion, and then the number is on the side. I didn't notice actually what happens on the court cards, but we'll see that in just a second. It's the 9, the 10. Wow, look at that. Transformation and death. The Page. Okay, so on the court cards, it's just the whole name along the bottom. I want that bag. The Knight. The Queen. Sorry. The King. Oh my gosh. The Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Three of Swords. I find these pictures very powerful. Nailing in the coffin. You're gonna rest whether you want it or not. Whether you want to or not. The Five of Swords. They look a little bit scared and determined at the same time. The Six of Swords. Seven. Hope and reflection. Would help if that was in frame. The Eight of Swords. Wow. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. And this is just giving me, oh, an old radio. This is just making me want to brush up on my lore again. I just, wow. It's been a long time since I've learned about all this stuff. I love history. I love lore of different cultures, and how perfect is that, Queen? Oh my goodness. Oh, even the King. Okay, we get into the cups. Love it. Dragonfly on the cup. Aw. Their heads are cups, but they have hearts, red hearts. This deck was actually, I was reading in the guidebook, this deck was actually created by an Italian artist, which I thought was very cool, and just kind of probably further shows just how similar. I mean, Italians don't have this exact sort of, the whole sugar skulls and don't have nearly as much of the I don't know, my words are not working today, sorry. It's definitely, it's different, but you can see there's definitely some seedlings of, a lot of seedlings of similarities, and probably why it just speaks to me so much. It's amazing, the Nine of Cups. The Ten of Cups, look at what a bright card this is. The Transformation, big heart in the house. Oops. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, the Page of Cups. That's interesting. I don't know if that's supposed to be a spoon, and it's just got a lot of holes in it. I don't know. The Knight. Interesting. The Queen. Oh. Just amazing. And the King. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love this deck so much. Oh my god. It was really, I don't know, I really resisted buying this deck for a long time. And I don't even know why, actually, but when it came up by someone local in the community, I couldn't resist. I finally decided to make the purchase, and oh my goodness, am I glad I did. Oops, sorry. Just trying to unbox the herb crafters. Now, I really wish this was not part of the packaging. The decks already come in a really sturdy box, and actually I have it right here, so I'm just gonna show that. See if I can zoom out. There's the box. Probably seen it. You can buy this deck on Amazon or on the creator's website. Either way is fine. Now, the Herb Crafter's Tarot is by, so the book is written by Letitia Guthrie, and the artwork is by Joanna Powell Colbert. I was reading on their website a little bit about them and their journey, and you know, how they sort of came about this, and oh my goodness, I love it. So the Herb Crafter's Tarot, part of the reason that I bought this was because I know a fair bit about herbs, but not nearly enough, and I just really loved how they approached it. Sorry, I'm going to adjust this a bit. I just really loved how they approached the tarot and each of the cards. In the book, we'll get to the cards, I promise. But in the book, every card is actually an herb or some sort of plant. They tell you a little bit about the plant and sort of its properties. And then you get a little section about crafting with with whatever the plant or herb is. I think I haven't gotten through this too much just yet, but I really love that. And I believe they have since I got this on pre-order, I got an additional supplement that speaks to each of the seasons and the things that you know, the herbs or the plants that and it may be trees that you can look for in nature. And the supplement is all about just opening up your eyes and heart and allowing you to see. Is this upside down? No. Okay. And allowing you to see or what's really around you. And just things like, you know, before you collect something, thank it. And then, you know, I think the first one was dandelions, for example, which makes sense because the fool is the dandelion. And so they talk about, you know, what you can do with dandelions, because every part of it is actually edible, apparently. So I thought that was quite interesting. We have thousands of them in our yard, so while I haven't taken advantage of their recipes and whatnot yet, I may just do that soon. So we'll flip through this as I take a drink of my coffee. cedar. It's another one that's in the supplement for winter. Strength, it's garlic, I love that. I don't know this herb. I don't know, Usnea? The kitchen garden. I love cannabis as justice. Love it. I live in Canada where cannabis has been just legalized very recently. So I just find that card doubly funny. Camellia. I don't know why blackberry is the devil, but I'm certainly looking forward to reading about it in the manual, or in the guidebook, I should say. The mushroom is the tower. Interesting. Cottonwood. The moon. I don't know this flower. The sun. St. John's wort. Interesting. Awakening is number 20. Okay, so then we get to the suit of air. I love actually that they've done that. Oh, look at that. They've grouped them by card number rather than by suit. Love that. Ace of Fire. Oh, I'm just so looking forward to, I just love these cards. I really love, they look like they're photographs, but they're not. But I really love, I love blues and greens and, oh my God, like this. The Two of Air, chicory. Two of Water, there's couple little hummingbirds. Two of Earth. We get to the threes. Echinacea, Calendula, Lemon Balm. Oh my goodness, is that a mouse? Not sure what that is. Looks like it has a mouse's tail, but raspberry. Whoop. Run away. 4-layer lavender. I love lavender. Focus, buddy. There we go. Elder. Mint. Willow. White sage. Just making sage bundles there. 5 of fire. 5 of water. 5 of earth. 6 of air, cattails. Fire. 6 of water. 6 of earth. It's perfect. Eucalyptus as the 7s. 7 of air. Cinnamon as the 7 of fire. Not a big fan of cinnamon, but 7 of water is birch. find that an interesting choice. A lot of these are quite interesting. I'm really looking forward to reading about why they chose what for which suit. So we get to the eights. Dyeing something. I have dyed yarn with turmeric. 9 of air pomegranates. My grandmother used to have some pomegranate trees in Italy. I still love them, although they used to stain everything. I wasn't allowed anywhere near them without putting on some very old ratty clothes. Because my mom got very tired of me having red stains everywhere. That looked like I was bleeding. 10 of air. Interesting. 10 of fire. Is that what that is? Okay. We have a lot of these little flowers around, and I never knew what they were called. That's cool. Horsetail. Catnip. I think that might be a little kitty cat hiding in there. Looks like a very content kitty cat. Okay, so actually what I didn't mention, so what they've done is not only gone to the suits, but they have changed the name of the core cards. So the Hia, which I believe means daughter in Spanish. I'm sorry if that's wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. In Italian, it would be figlia. California poppy for the Page of Fire. Chamomile for the Page of Water. I don't know Linden. Page of Earth. Okay, and then what would be the Knights is Adelita. Adelita, maybe? Air is oregano. And cayenne is fire. That one makes sense to me. I don't know what ocotillo is. Adelita of earth, yucca. I've certainly heard of yucca plants, but I don't think I've ever seen one, so that's really cool. I'm loving that I get to learn something about the world around me, but the physical world around me. Okay, so then we get to what would be the queens in a RWS suit, say, and madre. So madre means mother, both in Spanish and in Italian. Time is the madre of fire. Madre of waters, oats. Interesting. I wonder if they've made a tea with it. The Queen of Earth is creosote bush. Looks like an offering is being made. Okay, and then we get to what would be the kings, and those suits have been changed to curandera. So rosemary is air. I don't know, Damiana, what that is. I'm so looking forward to reading about all these. Seaweed is curandera of water. Interesting. They're making a bath with it. And the king of earth is sweetgrass. Very cool. I just wanted to see see what it says here for the suit names, because I did read this, but I can't remember. Okay. So yes, so the Hias are daughters. Can you see that? Okay, focus, buddy. Okay. The knights are adeitas, and adeitas means warriors. The queens have become madres, so mothers, that's fine. And then the king, okay, so that's what it is. Curanderas is healers. I love that. So they, like fairy godmothers, they each offer a gift to the herb crafter in the form of a virtue. Hias give playfulness, adeitas give activism, madres give love, and curanderas give wisdom. I love that. Absolutely love it. I'm so looking forward to working with this. And with each of the decks I've just shown. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this here, but thank you very much for watching. If you want to see any particular card of these decks in a little bit more detail, I'm more than happy to show that, but you can also look them up on Amazon if you're so inclined. And until next time, my friends, keep tarotting your truth.